Yeah, I think it's more about starting afresh. Every game's such a big game with the tournament. Obviously, over halfway through, the games are so important now. So, yeah, history is history. It is nice to have previous results against them, but yeah, they're a quality side. They had a great outing the other night, and yeah, we definitely won't be treating them lightly.
How do you like to address mystery spinner Varun Chakravarti's bowling? And do you think it is a concern for him?
I think he's a quality bowler. I hope I don't have to face him being number 11, but yeah, I think the guys have had enough experience with him, and there's obviously a lot of research and planning that goes in to facing the quality bowlers that KKR have. But yeah, I think more importantly, it's probably about the batting unit of Mumbai to put out a good performance, build off the good starts we've had and really stack up a good score. So it should be a great occasion, and we're looking forward to getting out there.
I just wanted to check on the status of Rohit Sharma and Hardik Pandya. We were told that Rohit would likely be available for this match. What's the status on Hardik, and how is he recovering? What was his problem?
Yeah, I think they're both recovering very well. In terms of their selection for the next game, I'm not too sure what is going on there, but I know day by day they are improving. It was probably more a precaution to let them have that extra bit of rest the other night against Chennai. But yeah, obviously two vital players for the Mumbai 11's lineup, and we're desperate to get them back. So fingers crossed they're good and ready to go over the next couple of games.
Trent, is it difficult to deal with a break? When you come back after a break, is it difficult to find your rhythm when you go into a tournament like the IPL? You had a 4-5 month break. So the team probably appeared a bit rusty. Is it sort of difficult to pick yourself up again and gain that intensity going forward?
Yeah, I think it is a big challenge coming from winter in New Zealand into obviously very vast conditions over here with the heat and the pressure and everything that comes with the IPL. But it's a big challenge that I really enjoy. Yeah, I felt quite good the other night after probably 3 months off bowling, to be honest. And yeah, it's just what comes with this tournament. You have to be prepared, and you have to be raring to go. So not just myself, the boys are very keen to go out there and push hard for this last remaining half of the tournament, and see if we can push for a big finals place.
I want to ask that, do you think that this IPL will be a great platform for preparation for World Cup, upcoming T20 World Cup, as you can get with the conditions and all?
Yeah, 100%. You couldn't probably have any better build up into a world tournament like that. So yeah, 100% the focus is what's on over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, in terms of preparation, it's pretty good. I've had a little bit of experience in the UAE, and the conditions can change quite quickly. But yeah, having to deal with the heat and the humidity is a big challenge at this stage. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the conditions move over the next 10 or so weeks.
You spoke about the heat just now, so my question is related to that. Like, how much does it affect fast bowlers, and maybe if you have had discussions with the spinners too, because the heat and humidity are considerable, and maybe at the back end of the innings, particularly with more sweat and all that. Can you just take us through a little bit how it affects the bowlers, the fast bowlers particularly?
Yeah, well, generally a bit of humidity helps the ball move around in the air. With humidity comes dew, and the challenges of being able to hold onto the ball, in the death overs when you're trying to bowl Yorkers. So there are a lot of, I suppose, different factors that come into it. But yeah, I feel personally I'm experienced enough to understand how the conditions move over here. I'd love to see the ball swinging around a little bit more and carrying through like it does. But yeah, it's just a big challenge and something that I try to embrace as much as I can coming into these tournaments.
Do you think when Jadeja came into bat, there was a chance for skipper Pollard to bring you back into the attack or give one more over to Jasprit Bumrah instead of bowling spinners?
I'm not too sure. I think Polly captained really well. It's just the nature of the game and the format that, partnerships are built and platforms are set. I thought they held on nicely to get in a position to really counter-attack there at the end, and yeah, it was disappointing to give them that little bit of momentum going into the halfway mark. But yeah, it's something we'll address and obviously look to tighten up and look to embrace over the next couple of games.
My question would be on Lasith Malinga's recent retirement. We all know how
the role he has played in helping Mumbai become a world-class side in the IPL. So if you could tell us about the influence he has had we hear Bumrah speaking about him quite often. So the influence he has had on the Mumbai Indians dressing room.
Yeah, I didn't get the opportunity to play with Lasith, but not just for the Mumbai Indians, but for cricket around the world, T20 cricket around the world. One of the most popular faces and recognisable actions going around. So he's developed the game, inspired a lot of people to take it up, and the guy had some serious ability and was amazing with ball in hand. So obviously sad for that era to come to an end, but no, he's definitely inspired a lot of people around the world with what he's done.
How much am I miss Rohit Sharma in the game against CSK, especially his captaincy?
Yeah, he was sorely missed. He's obviously a powerhouse for us with the bat at the top of the innings there. He's right up there in terms of experience and runs achieved in this format. So it was a big hole, but I think it was a good decision to make sure he's 100% right with the amount of cricket coming up. And like I said earlier, he's tracking really nicely. So if he comes into the 11 tomorrow, it'll be brilliant. But we want to make sure he's 100% correct and feeling good before he comes back.
So you were just talking about how you love the ball swinging. So tell us, what is the biggest challenge of bowling on the tracks of Abu Dhabi? How good is it for the pacers, and which particular deliveries do you think make the batsman more vulnerable on the Abu Dhabi track?
I think it's the conditions probably influenced the ball mostly, to be honest. I think the conditions the other night were nice and humid on quite a fresh wicket with more grass than what we've kind of seen at Dubai. But yeah, there's a lot of challenges that come with it. How full you can bowl and who you're bowling to, and obviously how aggressively the batsmen come at you. But for me, I'm pretty clear on my role in this Mumbai side, and it's to try to be aggressive and swing the ball around at the top and hopefully get the team off to a good start with a couple of wickets. So that's my role at the moment, and I've really been enjoying it over the last few games.
Trent, you've seen a lot of fast bowlers doing well in the tournament. Yesterday we saw Hardik Pandya and Ashdeep doing well. And are you sort of would you credit the IPL for the Indian fast bowlers, coming along pretty well, and India developing into a good fast bowling unit over the years?
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of exciting talents coming through with the ball. Specifically in the red ball game, playing India in the World Test Championship final and playing them at home. The quality of fast bowlers that they have that can perform at home and now overseas is amazing. And I think it's due to a lot of the boys' success over the last coming seasons that have inspired guys to take up fast bowling and really wanted to take it on. So it's looking pretty positive for India cricket, and I'm sure there's some exciting faces to watch over the next few years.
So I'm just asking you that the Abu Dhabi pitch is assisting the pacers, right? So do you think the inclusion of Hardik Pandya in the team would give you an extra advantage if he bowls?
Yeah, I think when Hardik is fully fit and can contribute with both bat and ball, he's a big player for any side really. So I know that he's working hard to get himself fighting fit, and we're desperate to have him back. So fingers crossed it's not too far away.
You've obviously bowled with Adam Milne a lot in New Zealand and seen him from up close. This year he's been particularly, bowling really fast and bowled more balls in T20 cricket than he ever has. How nice is it seeing his progress like that, and how much of an advantage does it give a team to have a guy who can, hit that 150 kilometers a mark consistently?
Yeah, well, firstly, any bowler that can push those numbers and get up around 150k is always a big asset to any side. Personally, I've had a lot to do with Milne over 7, 8, 9 years, and it's just great and brilliant to watch him, I suppose, be on the park and delivering and doing well. He's had a taste of the 100 just recently in England and did extremely well then, and this format is perfectly suited to him. So I know that he works extremely hard to make sure his body's in good shape and can withstand the rigours of what's needed, I suppose, at this level and intensity. And it's brilliant to see him doing well. So hopefully he plays a big part for us over the next few weeks.
You now have a fair amount of experience playing in the IPL. So your stay at Mumbai Indians might not be that long, but what's the biggest difference would you see in the MI dressing room that makes them a champion side compared to other franchises?
There's a lot of reasons, but I suppose briefly, just the confidence that they install in their players. They really rehearse well and research what is, I suppose, needed in certain situations, and they kind of don't leave any stone unturned. So, you know, the success they've had is for good reason, and I've really enjoyed my time here. I hope it's not over yet, but it's just been brilliant to go out there and I suppose be very clear of what's needed and just give it a good crack. So it's been a good couple of campaigns for Mumbai.